Hey there everyone, back again with another video, and in this video we're gonna see a concept that is in HTML CSS, that is the flexbox. It is a concept that is used in most of the today's projects in order to make your application to some point responsive. I basically use this um, concept to make my application a bit of responsiveness. If you have seen my last series on Amazon clone, then you will have noticed that in order to make my header or the navigation bar responsive, I have used flex. Okay, so in this video I'm gonna show you how we can use flex and some of the properties of flex. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's just dive right into our coding. I'm using CodePen today. I'm not using the VS Code, so you can just directly grab the CodePen link and it will be given in the description below if you want to use the code as a help. Okay, so let me just create a div. I'm gonna create a div and give it a name as class, let's say that main. Okay, and inside this main I'm gonna give three h1. Let's say that I'm gonna, or let's say that let's give it a p. I'm gonna say it as 1, and after that I'm gonna say that, sorry, it will be 2, and let's say that we have 3. Okay, let it be, okay, 3. Yeah. So you can see that we are having our data here. Okay, and if you know the HTML, you know that everything that we write in HTML just goes line by line. Okay, now in order to use flex, okay, so what we have to do, we have to wrap all of these things in a flex box. Okay, I hope my screen is the code and the screen is visible to all. Let me just increase the size so that you can just see. Okay, I hope this is visible to all of you. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create the selector for the main class, and I'm gonna give it a display as a flex. Okay, and the point I say, you can see that the point it is given a flex, everything is now in a single row, and it is in a single row. Okay, now in order to set this thing in a column, you have to give the flex direction. Basic flex direction does is that it has 2 to 3 parameters, that is, one is the row and column, row reverse, column reverse. So these are the things that we use the most. Okay, so firstly, by default it is row. If you do this, you can see that there nothing happened, but the point you do it like column, you can see that it is now in a column format. Okay, it is now in a column format. This is the example, this is the best way to do this. And if you just what you can say, just try to make it responsive, this will definitely work like this. Okay, the column. Okay, there is one more option, that is the column reverse. Okay, you can see that the whole column is now reversed. We have 3 at the bottom, but in the output the 3 is in the top. Okay, in the same way we have row reverse also. Okay, by the name itself you can see that everything is now reversed. Okay, now what, there is a property, let's just go with the row. Okay, you can see that this is row, and let me just wrap the whole thing in another div so that I can show you one more property. Div class, and its name is outer, and everything is a div. Now I should just copy the whole thing down there, cut it, and just paste it inside our outer tag. Now let's just go to our outer, and I'm gonna just give it a simple CSS, that is the background color as the background color as the yellow. Okay, let the background color come as yellow, and I'm gonna give it a height, GST height as 200 pixels, and width is also 200 pixels. Okay, so you can see that now the width and height is 200 pixels. Now one of the best property of this thing is a wrap. Okay, let me show you. Let me just add let's say that we have 1 2 3, and I'm gonna just copy. Let me just move this down more. Okay, and let's just give them some space, and I'm gonna just copy the whole thing 1 2 3, and I'm gonna again paste it here, and I'm gonna again paste it here. Okay, so now what you will see, okay, you can see that the text has gone outside our this box. Okay, and in order to give this best way, what I will do is that outer inside of this, so that it should do something. Now in order to make this thing inside our outer box, what I will do, I'm gonna say that flex wrap, and this will be wrap. Okay, in order the point I have given the flex wrap, everything is now inside our yellow box. Okay, the point I increase the width of this, let's say that I increase the width of this as 500, you can see that now everything is in the row. So it means that the point I set is at 300, it has been again like this. Okay, so it means that now if you make this height and width of your box responsive depending upon your screen size, it will become a responsive. Okay, so that if you just drag make it big or small, the content inside it will not fall out of the screen, and it will be inside of your screen. And these are the thing that is used mostly in other today's applications and today's website that we are making. Okay, so let it be 200, so that we should continue on that. Okay, and after that there is also one more thing, that is the reverse. If I reverse this, everything will be reversed. Okay, the last point will come at the starting, and the starting point will go at the reverse. Okay, and now if I want to just I don't want to use these two lines. Okay, I don't want to use these two lines. I'm gonna say that to just give me one line. There is one line that is equivalent to these both lines, that is the flex flow. Okay, flex flow is a line that is equivalent to direction and wrap. So what you have to do, you have to give the row, and now I will say the wrap. Okay, so for that I have to just remove everything here, these two lines here, and now you can see that everything is again the same point that we have started. Okay, this is the thing. Now let's just remove this thing. Let it be only 3 lines, 3 1 2 3. Okay, now if you see, come on, yeah, we have 1 2 3. Okay, there is a command that will help us to what you can say, justify the content in the center or the other stuff. So there is a line that is justify content, and I'm gonna say it as center, and I'm gonna remove this wrap so that it shouldn't be like this. Okay, and now you can see that everything in our container is in the center. Okay, and there is one more line, that is the space between, and now you can see that everything is spaced. Okay, and spacing is equally done. Okay, if I increase the size of my width of this as 500, so now you can see that everything is now according to the 500 width. Okay, now if I change is add space evenly, so everything will be spaced evenly depending on all the padding, margin, everything will be taken care by these two this line. Okay, space evenly space other than that. Okay, and there is one more thing, that is the flex start. It will, you can see what does flex start does. You can see that everything is now at the starting of that of our container. If I set it as flex end, everything will be at the end of our this. Okay, so you can see that my wrap was also doing that thing. Okay, not my wrap, sorry, what you can say, my row reverse. Okay, but if you see it as a row reverse, in row reverse the 3 was at the starting and 1 was at the end. Okay, so these are the thing that is there, flex end. Okay, and if I just add a space around, and space evenly is to some point same, around, space around, spelling right, yeah, space around. There's if you go in depth then you will see a difference, but as of now space around and space evenly have the same um, result. Okay, now there's also a term or also a command, that is the align item. Align items. Okay, what align item will do, if I set it as center, you can see that the align item will set us to center. Come on. Okay, yeah, for aligning the items at center you have to give this inner container a height. Okay, so I'm gonna give it as height, GST height as the 100 pixel. Okay, let me 1 second, it is 200 pixels, so I'm gonna set it as 200 pixel so that the parent and the child matches the same height. Okay, now you can see that the everything is in center. Okay, everything is in center. But now these, if you have seen my last video, you have seen that I have told you how we can center a div depending upon that stuff. So in that stuff I have explained, if I use align item and justify content together and set them both as center, the division will be in the center. Okay, you can see that my division is in the center. Now if I increase the height and width of the outer container depending upon what the stuff is, just match the height of inner container according to your parent container and everything will be in center. And if I just remove this, let me just remove this, and align item also have that stuff, that is the flex start. So again the element will be at the flex start, at the starting point of your flex. Okay, if I set it as flex end, so it will come at the end of the screen. Okay, you can see that now it is the end of your screen. Okay, and if I go with the one of the other stuff, that is the stretch, you can see what the stretch does. Stretch, come on, stretch spelling is not correct. Okay, so yeah, stretch, align items, stretch, yeah. So basically stretch will do the exact same thing, it will just stretch out the everything depending upon the parameters. So as of now stretch is not doing anything. For this we have to give them a height and a flex. So this is the by default the stretch is the is what you can say, is the element is the parameter of the flex. By default align item center is set at. Okay, these are the things. Okay, now if there is one more thing, if I have told you align item, then there is also align content. And if I just align content and I say that center, let's say that does it do anything now? So now we can do the space between. Okay, one sec, why it's not working now? Yeah, sorry, for using the align content we have to give the flex wrap also, flex wrap, and the flex wrap is wrap. Okay, so come on, space between is right, flex height, wrap, spelling, content. Yeah, I aligned the content spelling right. Why it's not doing it? Um, I don't know why it's not showing, but the output of this thing should be that 1, 2, and 3 should have a different, should have a gap between them. Let me just give it a class also. Um, class is equal to, let me give it a class as div, or let's say that I'm not using class. Let's go inside it, and I'm gonna say that dot outer goes to dot main, then it goes to dot div. Okay, and inside this div, what I will do that I'm gonna give them a background color. Let's say that, so that I can see is there, is do they have anything. Background color as red. Hmm. Sorry, it's not div, it's p. Okay, and now they should have some space between them. Okay, leave it. I don't know why they are not doing it. I have display flex, flex, wrap, wrap, space between spelling is also right. Flex wrap, I don't know, but according to this code, there should be a space between 1, 2, and 3. They should have a space between them. Do I have to give the width also? Let's say that no. I don't know why it's not happening. Okay, leave it. Now let's just move to the some of the last concepts of our this flex container. Okay, now what we will do, I'm gonna show you a way in which I'm gonna stretch each and everything. Okay, so let's say that I have 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and let me just give them a height, HIE, and let's say height as 100 pixels, and width also as 50 pixels. Okay, let me just set them as 50-50 so that I can just show you. And let's say that we have a margin, let's say that we have a margin of 10 pixels. Yeah, they have, okay, one sec. Does this affect that? No, leave it, I will not show it. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to do that this 3 should cover the all the stuff that we have, all the space that we have in its rightmost right. So what we will do, I'm gonna say that there's 2 ways. I'm gonna just give them a style. I can use inner style also. You can just go with the CSS, you can just write down here, but I'm gonna show it like this only. I'm gonna say that flex grow, and I'm gonna give it as any number that I like. Okay, I'm gonna say that just take a number like this 8, and you can see that now it has a space, or it has covered the space of 8. Okay, and if I no, it will not be what you can say, it is not responsive because I have hard coded the values, but this can help you to make it what you can say responsive. Okay, just play with these codes in order to make them responsive. Okay, and you can also use the flex option. Okay, if I say that flex as 1, okay, and now you can still see that we have the same result. And if I just copy the whole code, paste them here also, paste them here also, and now each and everything will be equal. Okay, you can see that every item is equal. And now I just come here and just give them 1 or 5. Let's say I am giving 5. Let's see what happens to the third. Okay, you can see that it has covered the largest part of our page. Okay, I have not used point, let me use 5. Let's see, does it happens? Yeah, it is working. Okay, so we can also use points. Okay, so if you want to just give a fraction of your page or your component to your page, you can just use the flex option in order to work with this. Okay, and if you just combine all these stuff depending upon the your users, you can make your application responsive just by using these flex options and other stuff that I have shown. Okay, and you can just merge them with the media query and you can make responsiveness. Okay, if you want me to create the responsiveness, you can, if you want me to create a video on media query, okay, for application to be responsive, just comment me down and I will definitely get back to you on that. I will definitely make a video on how to make application responsive without using Bootstrap, without using Tailwind CSS. That is the most hyped CSS framework nowadays. Okay, so if you want me to make that, just comment me down and I will definitely get back to you on that. And I hope that you have understood how to use them. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you, have a nice day.